respond. I no go grade do transfer. So make I just leave. I may not be able to do transfer, but I want you to know that we care, and whatever it is you're going through, don't keep it to yourself. Let it out. I mean, just talking about it would help. Talk therapy does work when it's. And as always, I will keep saying this: keep hope alive. It's the new year. It's the 18 already, and things may not be going as planned already. But guess what? There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can make the most of the remaining days of the year. My name is Denise Dennis Waller, and this is how I welcome you to today's Sunny Side on your number one station for Talk 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. Today we're going to be talking about consequences, instant consequences, and punishments. The question I am asking, in a society where we experience delayed justice, would instant punishments and consequences suffice? Head on to our social media handles. On X, we are at Nigeria InfoPH. At Nigeria InfoPH is our X handle, and our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3PH. You know that you can be a part of the conversation on social media. Now, this is what happens. You get to watch us live. You also get to drop your comments in the comment section, and these comments will be read during the conversation. We also have phone numbers that you can get to connect with us with. Okay, so if you prefer the option, in no distant time, I will out the phone line so I can start taking your calls, of course, and also read your messages. Now, it's a new year, and I am particularly looking forward to fresh voices. I do know that a vast majority of you will love to listen and not contribute or give your 2 cents to the subject matter. In fact, let me give you a practical example. You listen, and when one caller calls, you're not talking, you're not telling us directly, but while you're seated listening or driving listening or doing some other things, you say, why would you say something like that? I support. See, I don't want that this year. I want to hear from you. So it's either you're typing a message and you're sending it to us, or you're calling and we get to hear from you. It's a good thing when you listen, but guess what? It is far more better when you are a part of the conversation. Because after all, we are talking for development. So, without further ado, shall we dive right into the conversation for the first hour? Oh, that reminds me, we have a recorded program after Trending Stories, but if it doesn't take a very long time, we will be back to chit-chat about street foods. Have you ever been concerned? Have you ever concerned yourself with the hygiene and preparation of the street foods you consume? Now, the final hour, it will be time for Mind, Body, and Soul, and we'll be looking at healthy, balanced diet. Have you ever taken out time to plan a meal, ensuring it has the right amount of every class of food to make a balanced diet? Is a balanced diet a priority to us, or just eating what is available when hungry? I know there are people that love to eat swallow in the morning, swallow in the afternoon, swallow in the evening. Now, the difference between what you love and what is available, and you setting out a budget to say, you see, this morning, you plan your meals in such a way that you have the right amount of protein, the right amount of carbohydrates, the right amount of vegetables, and the right amount of every other thing, so that you are okay. They say make your food your medicine, and your medicine your food. And that will be all on the Sunny Side today. Now, you may have heard this from our bulletin, the 6 a.m. bulletin, that is, and the other updates afterwards about a fleeing armed robber who died in a car accident along the other George Road in the Mile 3 axis of Port Harcourt yesterday. An eyewitness said the 5-member gang rammed into a packed truck while fleeing the robbery scene. The eyewitness said the robbers drove away in 2 vehicles after they loaded engine oils and other valuables from a shop. But upon sighting the police, the robbers tried to use an alternative route, when the accident happened. Confirming the incident, spokesperson for the State Police Command, SP Grace Iringekoko, tells our correspondent that one of the robbers was confirmed dead at the hospital, while 2 others who were injured are receiving treatment. She also said the police are still investigating the matter. These people had gone to rob. And, one of them sadly met his end. Now, let's talk about the wages of sin being death, as it is stated in our holy book, the Bible, for the Christians. I don't know what the Quran states about the wages of sin, but if you are a Muslim and you are listening to this conversation, or you belong to any other religion and you guys have a book, a holy book too, there's the Holy Quran, there's the Holy Bible, and there is something that is stated as a punishment of death, please, I would like to know. You can drop that in the comment section on Facebook and on Twitter. Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Twitter is at Nigeria Info PH. Or you can drop it on WhatsApp. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. So, from the Holy Book, the wages of sin is death. Still, the Holy Book says, vengeance is of the Lord. But guess what? Some people want the judgment now. You have wronged me. You have stolen from me. You have taken what belongs to me. You have killed my person. You have committed a crime that affects me directly. I'm not here to wait. The Lord will perform his vengeance quite all right. But guess what? Me, I will do my own vengeance. Gang. So they want the judgments and the vengeance immediately, not the punishment as prescribed by the law. So for a criminal, when the person is tried in court, the person might be sentenced to XYZ number of years in prison. Some people say, no, I want to catch the criminal. And then they will make reference to the scripture that says, when the thief is caught, he will be made to pay how many times? Please, hold on. Let me confirm. I don't want to mislead us. When a thief is caught. When a thief is caught. Okay. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul, but when he is hungry, but if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. That's Proverbs 6:30-31. So, while vengeance is of the Lord, gang. If I catch you and you are the thief that has stolen from me, guess what? You are going to pay. There's no go come. There's no go and call the police. There is no let us wait for investigation, then stand trial, we appear in court, they adjourn the matter. I'm not there for that one. Pay. No, I've caught you, pay. And there's still places where people subscribe to jungle justice. So even when someone stole something like pepper, crayfish, bread, 10 naira, 20 naira, they still shout, bring tire, bring fuel, and they burn the person. But then, guess what? Whether you that had been robbed or you that had been a victim of crime perpetrated by some individuals, like it or not, actions have consequences. So, whether you report the case to the police or you do not report the case to the police, whether you go out for justice by yourself, whether you decide to take the laws into your hands and punish the person the way you deem fit, their actions have consequences. So it may come immediately. It may come by the law. Okay? They get arrested and they get punished afterwards. Now, some people do not like arresting people because some people have noticed that people find their way around arrest situations. They can bribe their way out of the police net. You imagine you arrest somebody, then you go back to the police station to look for the person, and the person has been bailed out, and that's the end of the case, ganga. So you just pray that whatever you have sowed, you will reap. Or see this thing you have done, the consequences will come. It may not be from me, but it will come to you some way or the other. So where do we draw the line between consequences and punishment? Because from my understanding, all right, these are your actions. And this is what happens when you choose to do things in this particular manner. But in a society where justice is mostly delayed, which would you prefer? Would instant punishment and consequences suffice? In the case of this group of robbers, one of them died in a bid to flee from police officers. How satisfied are the owners of those shops, or is the owner of the shop that was robbed? 2 are currently injured and are hospitalized. The injuries and the death, is it enough to suffice? Is it enough deterrence for those people who will not, think about doing good, but will want to commit crimes in our society? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. That is 0817 923 0003. On WhatsApp and Telegram, the number is 0809 0306416. Do not call the WhatsApp number. Only send your messages to the WhatsApp number. And then on X, we are at Nigeria Info PH. Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. A call screener is in standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice, but that of the call screener. Now I have Israel. Israel is calling from Ogigba. I hope I got that correctly. Oginigba. Hi, Israel. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The story on ground and what happened to those armed robbers, mostly the one that died, is welcome. It's welcome. If God can judge it that way, it will have been great. Because justice in Nigeria, they can even ceremony and free those armed robbers. Because of where they're from, their resources, people send them. But now, God has judged his son immediately, and the person is gone. That is good. If it had been happening like that, it would have been better. It would have been better. Somebody will learn from it. It is very bad for everybody to not to struggle, not to do what to do, to help himself and his family, planning to go and do other people. Punish the person, make the person useless. Misplace the person. And sometimes they use money and play the matter. This one, God has done it. That is the battle.
So you believe it is God that did this one? You believe it is God that did this one?
Yes. It's God of God, the natural law. The natural law judged on them. That person immediately.
Okay.
Maybe the first time he robbed.
All right then. Thank you. I say it's God that did it. Ida from Nkora, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that man. 99 days for the thief, 1 day for the owner. Now people are struggling with their sweat, selling their oil just for no reason. Want to make some money. Want to drive big car. Want to see for a big house. Look at what it's costing now. I believe he's not going to the direct place. So will give him a very place that he will go and suffer. But and those who they arrested, they are treating today. Me, if I will not treat them. The bad injection now made that wound really real quick. They don't say still is no good. I tell you that I'm a doctor. I'm telling you the truth.
What happened to second chance?
Yeah.
Second chance.
Is it?
What happened to second chance? I mean, giving people second chances.
Second chance, no, do. Give those. What of now? Then go rob now. Mistakenly call kilos will get the oil. Or let us oil them. When God want to punish you, go punish you one time.
Okay. I thought we go to church. I thought the 70 times 70 message of forgiveness. I have David from Rumokrushi. Hi, David. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, David.
Yes, sir. Based on this matter at hand, I think by law, the government was around to keep these people. Having lost one person and the other two is hospitalized. I think God of this man, the owner of this shop, did this one for him. But for the dead, I don't think God is not a killer. God is not the one that killed, but it's so unfortunate that he died on the spot. I think if the law as a human is being taken like this, I think crime will be reduced. Just imagine someone posted on social media that if you have 5K in your account, this January that you know where you put your hand, meaning that things are hard. Now imagine that someone went to someone's shop to break someone's shop to load goods of somebody in this January. You want to send him to village or what? I think that is wickedness, and God did it for him. I think those people should be punished. I'm very sure that even those that is being hospitalized, they should handcuff them, 2 legs, 2 hands, then be taking them from there. At the end of the day, they will find themselves in quickly. That is wickedness. How can you, your fellow man sweat, you go and load, I want to take them away to where you sell them cheap. After you see how cheap they sold these goods from people, something worth of millions, they will sell it at any rate. I think justice should be done.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Muriel from Okrika. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Thank you, Denise. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Denise, we're talking about reward and consequences, right?
Consequences and punishments. Instant ones, not the one
And
they say go
punishment.
come.
Okay.
That one that we happen na.
Yeah. Yes, so I think punishment is the one we want immediately to happen. The consequences are those long-time rewards for maybe a crime or so. For me, I prefer the consequences, so because consequences it will take time, and when it hits the person, sometimes it might even extend to the next maybe the person's children, you know. Yeah, but instant punishment, maybe the person will get sick, maybe, the person will die instant, just like those criminals, and the person will maybe go to jail, serve for it, and just the person that will get that one. But me, I prefer consequences.
But guess what? Some consequences are instant. I mean, if for instance someone catches you stealing now, I mean, whatever happens to a person that is caught stealing will happen to you immediately. It depends on where you find yourself. We hear every day stories from different places where they catch people stealing, and the youths in that place are not smiling with you. They bring tire, and they burn you there, and then you're gone. So it may not take long term for some people. It may be immediately.
Yeah. Denise, you know, if you look at it in that context, consequences, punishment is consequences. It's just the same. If you're looking at it in this context you're talking about, well, the punishment you get now for those robbers now, they've gotten their consequences, which is the punishment, death or being hospitalized or going to jail after death. So consequences can also be called punishment if you look at it in that context. But I think it differs from the kind of crime.
The kind of
crime. There are some things that someone will do to you. You just want instant punishment. Let the person feel your pain immediately, what you're feeling.
All right. Sophia from D-Line. Hi, Sophia. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sophia. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay, I want to talk from Islamic perspective. Though I'm not a scholar, I'm not Malam. Just from what I've been hearing from our scholars.
Okay.
Okay. There are different punishments depending on the type of the crime.
Okay.
For instance, for those who commit adultery for marriage, judgment is turning, they will be turned to death. You understand?
Okay.
And those who steal, the punishment for stealing is to cut the right hand. Based on Islamic Sharia, I understand.
Okay. All right. Thank
But
you. Yeah.
for instance, if two people are fighting and somebody removes somebody's eye, you understand? The punishment is to remove the other person's eye. If it's left side eye, if it's right, they should remove exactly the eye of that person. But if the victim agrees to collect money, there are different kinds of compensation.
Okay.
I had on price, head, you understand, there are different prices. If that person, if the victim agrees to collect money based on that, relate to the eye, you understand? So the person can collect money.
Okay.
You understand? And that's all.
All right. Thank you. Mikechuku from Abba, sorry for the delay. Thank you so much for joining us.
No
Go
problem.
ahead.
This is Joe calling from Abba.
Joe Ike,
Yes,
you're welcome.
my contribution there goes like this. I think God does not speed up judgment like that.
Okay.
Because if God continues to speed up judgment, the whole of this generation would have been in the grave. So those guys should be a kind of prostitute and all the rest of them. Every person would have been a disease carrier or HIV carrier. So when God, the way he is based on his message, you can't kill you like that. He'll give you enough time for your repentance. That one makes him God. Thank you very much. That's my thing.
All right. Omar from Uniport. Hi, Omar. Welcome. Talk to me.
Yes. Nigeria from.
You're welcome.
You know, when you talk about sin, even God make it very clear that the wages of sin is death. So if you go to steal from somebody and the person is a God child, the person is also praying, mostly this kind New Year, that God, no evil shall come closer to me. And if you are going to steal from such person, you must be catch up with. So as you have committed that crime, you must face that judgment. So God answers prayer quickly these days, not the old days that we say there's a long time. Maybe this person has been doing it for a long time. They have been stealing for a long time. They have been giving this person a long chance. Consequences can be affected when you refuse to leave what you have been doing, the wrong thing you are doing.
All right.
So I believe what happened to those ones were because of the sin they were committed. Not that God doesn't forgive those sinners, but because of the criminal act in their heart that they cannot forgive.
Okay.
So I believe God have done that one for those who have the oil business.
Okay. So the people that have the oil business, God has done it for them. Now, I'll speak from personal experience. I have had people steal from me. Like, once upon a time, this was as far back as 2011. Someone, you know that thing they say they blow and, you sleep. So someone had done that and got into my apartment, had stolen my mobile phone. In fact, to tell you it was somewhat planned, the person only came for the phone. I think it was a BlackBerry Bold 5 at the time. The person only came for the phone. To be honest, I had a lot of money in the house that day. The person did not go to where the money was. You can imagine what I was praying in my heart. In short, I came out. It was in the middle of the night. I came out. The thing is, I was weak. I could see the person. It's not like I slept. No, I didn't sleep. I was just weak. Too weak to stand up. Too weak to scream. Too weak to say, thief. But I could see the person. And the person was running out of my house. And I came out. And I started screaming. I said, please, I know you can still hear me. If you want to take the phone, it's fine. How about you just give me back my SIM card? It was my SIM card that was most important to me at the time, not the phone. A Bold 5 at that time, the white one and the black one. The white one was like 5,000 naira higher than the black one. Yes. I think the white one was 75,000. The black one was about 70,000. And the phone was pretty new. I hadn't even used it for up to a month. And I kept saying, just give me my SIM card. Now, if something had happened to that robber on his way, maybe a car just hit him, would I have felt satisfied? Now, if that thief had been caught, the best thing to have done would have been to take him to the police, right? And then the police will ask me to file a report. Maybe they will still hold on to my phone for a while, and maybe they will charge the matter to court, or maybe I may just say, you know what, can I just have the phone back? Let him go. Or they may decide to keep him for only God knows how long till someone comes to bail him. But then he gets hit. Two things. I don't get my phone back because maybe he's holding the phone and he gets hit by a moving vehicle. The moving vehicle will crush, it will scatter the phone. The worst is that I would be able to get my SIM card. Would it give me as much pleasure as it will give me that this person indeed understands that what you have done is wrong? You shouldn't go around stealing from people, and let the law take its course. Someone had tried to rob money from my account. This was in 2015. The person cleared my account and left only like 16,000 naira. At that time, the dollar rate at the time was 180 naira to a dollar. So the person had bought a website from a particular web operator for like $500 and something, which was about 100 and something thousand naira. And the person had bought bulk mail from Yahoo at the time for $900 and something, which was 200 and something naira at the time. Cleaned the account, left just 16,000. Till today, I don't know who that person is. I was only able to recover the money because the person had not bought something tangible like a microphone or whatever. Even the banks could not help me at that time. That only revealed to me how porous the banking system and the electronic banking and all of those things were. The good news is I was able to get in contact with the two merchants the fraudster had dealt with. And I told them I was the original owner of the account and it was a fraudulent transaction which was not authorized by me. And in like a week, I got a refund, but in the process, I lost about 10,000 naira because the dollar had dropped. Guess what? At that point in time, I prayed dangerous prayer. I'm not even joking. The kind of prayer I prayed, now that I think about it, I said, did I really want this for this thief? I only wanted the person to change his ways. I wanted the person not to go about hacking people's accounts and stealing money. But will the person learn that way? Or is it until the person is arrested that the person will learn his or her lesson? Because it may be a she, who knows? Will that arrest lead to more people not engaging in such fraudulent actions? Or would instant punishment where you die on the spot, or a motor hits you, or something bad happens to you, is that what will make people realize that it is not good to commit crime? Odion from LMA, welcome to the sunny side. Talk to me.
Hello.
Hi, Odion.
Yes, Didi. I'm very happy for your work this now, as you have said. Because I remember when you were coming to work, some bad boy robbed you on the road. We cried that time. I was among the chat members.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. They actually robbed my vehicle.
Yes, they robbed you and called your phone, called everything. We pray. All of them don't die finish. All of them don't die finish.
I don't know if they died. I not follow now pray.
All chat members pray. So this one that happened now, we are happy. Let God begin to judge people like this, because I know God is merciful. You remember the crucified criminal along with Jesus Christ on the cross. So any person that's still supposed to be crucified immediately.
Okay. I just saw something pretty interesting on our Facebook page. About 47 minutes ago, our digital media put out the news story of the fleeing armed robber, and we see the damaged vehicle. And permit me to read some of the comments from some of you. A certain beauty Chitru Amadi Chuku says, good news, this is my prayer every day. Good for them. John Okon said, good news, they caught my bag on my way coming back from work on the 29th of December last year. Someone says, police are investigating what? Richard Ekanem said the judiciary will tell us who they are. I believe Nigerian story. I pray it to be true. Armed robbers has all the time to load oil. Cyril Omede says serves them right. Peter Joyful says that's how God is going to wipe off bad news from my life. I cannot. This post alone has generated 75 comments and 4 shares from those of you that follow us on Facebook. And by the way, our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Now, thank God for that caller who just reminded me that sometime last year I was robbed. I didn't even remember that incident. And I did not pray. Trust me. I was sad. Okay? I was sad. However, people took it upon themselves. It only means that, to a large extent, a lot of us are feeling that the justice system has failed. How in the world's name are people supposed to be saying things like, good for them? This is my prayer every day. These are human beings. And the truth of the matter is, they may not have gotten this kind of punishment. Maybe month sentence, years sentence, but definitely not having them go like this, where they do not even have a chance to defend themselves and they are not given second chances. Hence my question. In a society where we experience delayed justice, would instant punishments and consequences suffice? And remember, the punishments are supposed to somehow serve as deterrents. Deterrence in the sense that it prevents other people from committing such crimes. Promise from Obakri. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm listening to your program and what you're saying and what people are calling, telling you. What I'm trying to say is that we know that God has something to do at his own time. But do you like the way River State is now? Hello?
Go ahead, Promise. Go ahead. I'm waiting for you to hit
now,
the nail on the head.
Why can't the judgment of God fall on top of these bad politicians in Nigeria?
Now I get where you're coming from.
God, that is the area I'm going to.
Okay. All right. Thank you. What happened to those armed robbers was just an accident and nothing supernatural about it. If any God punishes criminals for committing crime, trust me, almost all our politicians will be dead by now. Esco, send that in. Someone says, I think consequences in effect, or maybe I may be wrong. Pax, send that in. This one says, let's look at it from this angle. They might have been doing this for a long time and do get away with it. And that day happens to be the end. Every day for the thief and one day for the owner. Vicent, send that in. Ananobion Yekachi KC says, speedy execution of judgment rewards in consequences. I'm not a fan of jungle justice, but a diehard fan of speedy execution of judgment and instant rewards. Bible stated it clearly in Ecclesiastes 8 verse 11 when it states, and I quote, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set into them to do evil, unquote. So even our Bible scholars. Anyway, the niche-check countries like Saudi Arabia and others that believe in speedy execution of judgments and instant rewards, and see how infinitesimal crimes are in those countries. For the Bible, there's always a negating verse of every scripture in the Bible, making people to believe it is a two-sided sword. Try me with any action verse in the Bible, and I will give you another verse that negates or contradicts it. If our politicians should loot and die instantly, Nigeria will be a better place. Paradise, I mean. If our general overseers should divert church monies and die immediately, the church will be a better place. If our lecturers should collect something and sleep with our daughters, sisters, and die immediately, our universities will be a better place. If our judges should collect bribes, pervert judgments, and die immediately, our justice system will be heaven on earth. In conclusion, the wages of sin is death, and the word of God stands sure. Death, if not today, tomorrow, and if not by man, by God. We go on a commercial break. When we come back, I'll try to read all of your messages, and the conversation comes to an end. Just stay tuned to us.
Stay with us.
Nigeria Info.
We'll be
In a society where we experience delayed justice, would instant punishment and consequences suffice? I didn't do. Chiameka even says, good afternoon, Denise, Dennis Walu, well done. Instant consequences can address immediate issues and deter wrongdoing, but a balance is crucial. A thorough legal process ensures fairness and considers all aspects. Striking the right balance between swift consequences and due process is essential for a just society. Listening live from Abuja. John Malam says the wages of sin is death. All would have gone that same way the other one went. Thank you. Barademwa says they should pay for their criminal act. Okay, this other one is on Facebook as well. Hold on, just let me find it. Eddie Ikechu Wogu says, here in Nigeria, if you have no connections and you are poor, just expect delayed justice. Also expect instant punishments and consequences. Therefore, the poor should be very careful, stay away from crimes, and hope on God. Fissy Teresa says, justice is not for a poor man in Nigeria. Precious Humble Gift says, delayed justice is political and not natural. Delayed justice is demonic. It is evil. Good afternoon, presenter. For me, it's good for them. All these bad boys everywhere. I wish this could be happening to them always so that we can live in peace. Moses from Chokocho. So no second chance? Yeah, I know some of you pray this with this scripture every now and then. It's in 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Oh Lord, all my enemies, recompense them with tribulation. Criminals, people that have done wrong to you, people that have gone diabolical, people that have, done something that has affected you in one way or the other. Well, there are laws of the land that states clearly the punishments for such defaulters. However, from what I have seen today, some of you want it now. Do not commit crime. That's the bottom line. Actions have consequences. Good actions come with good consequences, and bad actions the same. We are Nigeria Info. Stay tuned to us. Next trending story.
Information is a two-way thing. Nigeria Info